I am a notorious mood reader, and this month I'm going to commit myself to a TBR. Will it work out? Who's to say? But I have a really long, in general, TBR. Books I want to read, but then I'm also the kind of person who will just like scroll Kindle Unlimited and go, ooh, this one today. So I'm trying to work through the stuff that I've got on my shelves and on my just Kindle wish list, but also honor the fact that I'm a mood reader. So in May, I read 30 books, 27, and then a few that I'm still trying to finish. We'll talk about those first. But I'm going to make myself a TBR here that it is 10 books, the 3 that I'm currently reading, plus 7. And I want to finish at least these 10, and then that still leaves me plenty of room for the mood reading to continue, because inevitably I'm just like, but I want this and I want this. And when it comes to audiobooks, I will literally just pick the first thing that's available on Libby and be like, let's try this today. So we've got 10 books that I'm going to try and read in June. Again, knowing that my pace right now is at 30 books a month. So let's start with what I am still currently reading. That could end up being finished. Today's May 31st, I'm filming this, so they could be finished in May, but I'm putting them on my June TBR just in case I don't finish them today. So first up, we've got Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm only like 5 chapters into this, so I'm going to do some real damage on it today, but this will probably get finished in June. So there's that. I am also currently reading Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer and The Right Move by Liz Tomforty. Those are my 2 Kindle reads right now, and hopefully those will get finished pretty early in June, but those are the first. My Kindle reads, I only have 3, because again, I've got a lot of physical TBR to get through. So I want to read, and I need to read because I'm going to a book event about this book next month, is Beautiful Things by Emily Rath. I'm going with my friend to her book party for the like relaunch of this book with the pretty beautiful cover. I'm so excited. But I haven't read this book, and I love Emily Rath, and I love her even more now that she is a Pacific Northwesterner. So I need to read that. It is a Regency reverse harem, so we'll see how that goes. I also am planning on reading Face Off by Chelsea Curto. That's the start of the DC Stars series. Again, I have a friend who's just like, you need to read this. I don't know how you haven't read this series yet. And apparently a new one just came out last week. So there's so much hockey romance, so little time in a day. There's just too much. And then actually that same friend, we went shopping the other day and she's like, you've read this book, right? And I was like, no, I haven't. And she was, Kayla. So we're going to read Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. That is my other Kindle read for this month. And then I have 4 physical books here to show you. One of these is technically my sister's copy, and I will probably read it on Kindle, but I do have the physical copy here to show you. I might borrow her physical copy and just read it. Shh. So we'll start with that book, and that is Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. I love the Big Shot series. I'm obsessed with these. It's probably my favorite Tessa Bailey books have been the ones in this series, and that is Fangirl Down and The Au Pair Affair. And then we've got Dream Girl Drama. So I'm very excited to read this one. Again, this is Cameron's copy. Look at those sprayed edges. So cute. But I will be reading this one this month. Speaking of sprayed edges, I would also like to read When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I met Sarah A. Parker at Books, Gowns, and Crowns in October. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to read that book. And then it has sat on my shelf, as pretty as it is. So we're gonna do it this month. This is my next fantasy read. But like, look at that pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. I have purchased and never started any Abby Jimenez book, and I had not only a couple of my friends asking about if I'd read any of them yet, but one of my mom's friends even was like, Kayla, how have you not read any Abby Jimenez? I was like, I own them. I got a lot of books to read. And they were all like, you need to start. You own Part of Your World. Just read Part of Your World. So I'm going to read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. So stay tuned. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a Kayla video without a new release that she is going to devour in a day. And that is Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. I will literally read anything Allie Hazelwood writes. I would read her grocery lists. I am obsessed, and so I picked this one up. yesterday so that I could get started for June. So that is my TBR. Obviously, I'm going to read more than 10 books in June. I read very, very fast. I'm very lucky that way, and also kind of crazy in that way. My brain moves really quick, and so I read really quick, and I love to consume as much content as I can. So there will be more than 10 books that I read, but these are the 10 that I really want to make sure I get finished by the end of June. Let me know what your top choice is for your June TBR, and I can't wait to check back in at the end of the month and see how this all went.